claros. I'm going to report about bill of rights. My topic is section 17 and 18. The 17 is right against self-incrimination. There are briefly explanation about section 17. The right against self-incrimination is according to every person who gives evidence, whether voluntary or other compulsion of subpoena. Subpoena means it's a law, a written order that commands someone to appear in the court to give evidence. It's just like a witness. You have a witness, that's a subpoena in any civil, criminal, and administrative proceeding. The right is not to be compelled or to force in the court to be witness against himself. Insecure to witness, whether to be a party, not to right to answer a particular incriminator question. One to answer which has tendency to incriminate him some crime. However, their right claim only the specific question. The right can be claimed only with specific question. Incriminatory in character is actually put to the witness. There's the question should be asked to the witness. It's just like an evidence. It cannot be claimed in other time. It does give a witness the right to disagree with the subpoena. The witness is there's no authority to discard the subpoena, because subpoena is a law that should be followed. And this can appear before the court at time appointed. The witness or the evidence should be go on time, should be there on time in the court. To refuse to testify altogether, the witness receiving the subpoena must be obeyed. The witness should be obeyed the subpoena to stand. It appears required to take the stand, should be sworn. If the witness should be asked, he will stand and should be answered honestly and truly. That's the subpoena in the sworn. It is when particular question is addressed which incriminate himself for some offense and refuse answer to strength of the constitutionally guarantee. As to accused in a criminal case, it is settled to the outright take the stand as a witness. Clarify the rights of accused matter, if giving testimony refused to do said. An accused occupies different type of protection from ordinary witness. Under the rule of court, in all criminal prosecution, the defendant is entitled, among others. There are two. One is to be exempt from being a witness against himself, and that to be exempt from being a witness against himself signifies that he cannot compel or he cannot be forced. He cannot be forced to provide evidence. You have to produce an evidence that criminal case is accused. It depends on the case. Or one, he cannot be compelled to do even subpoena or process in order of the court. He cannot require to be a witness either for prosecution, for accused, or even for himself. In other words, like an ordinary witness for a part in civil action who may be compelled to testify by subpoena, having only the right to refuse to answer particular incriminatory question of the time is put to him. The defendant in a criminal action can refuse to testify. He can refuse to take witness stand, be sworn, answer any question. The lawyer should ask about the case and the witness should be answered, sworn, and should be stand. It is clear, you will answer clearly. Therefore, the only unaccused criminal case, any refuse to take witness stand, we should stand if you answer a question. That's what the law. The right to refuse to take the stand does not generally apply to the parties in administrative cases or proceedings. The parties there accord applied or exemption. A party who is not accused in a criminal case is allowed to take the witness stand. In administrative cases preceding the party of nature of criminal proceeding analogs to a criminal proceeding. It's a likewise opinion of the court. Exemptions applies to the parties in the civil action which are criminal nature. As long as the suit is criminal in nature, the party dare altogether decline to take the witness stand. It is not character of the suit involved but the nature proceeding the control. It is evident that the court treats party in the civil as an ordinary witness who gives an invoke in right against self-incrimination. When the incriminating question is propounded, thus for a party in a civil case, the process right to refuse the witness stand, the civil case must all partake of the nature and criminal proceeding. The witness should not partake the nature of the criminal proceeding. Although in the present controversy, in the case civil being is suit to annulment, specific performance with the damage in order to petitioners to exact the right to refuse to the witness and to give disposition, the case must partake to the nature criminal proceeding. The case on hand certainly cannot be categorized as such fact that they are two criminal. Cases pending which are allegedly based on the same as the fact as that the civil case will not give then the right to refuse witness and give its disposition. They are not facing criminal charge in the civil case. In order to witness, they can invoke the right against self-incrimination. Actually, there are two right self-incrimination. They are when right available, and following the right available is the government proceeding, whether criminal or civil, whether or judicial or quis judicial or administrative. And the two is the right nonetheless is not executing. It is the automatically operational once incriminating question. It's like as a question to be asked the witness. It must be properly invoked or objective incriminating question. It's just like a question. For example, there are samples. When witness subjected to direct examination by opposing party, the opposing party or the other counsel was there an instant that can cheated on your wife, the right to invoke by a timely objection incriminating question. If no objection is raised, action may be used evidence against witness the proper criminal charge. And although all persons subject to judicial and quasi-judicial, administrative, and legislative investigation can invoke the right under proper circumstance. Special utilization of the right given the accused, a witness can invoke right only the question. Thence the incrimination by an accused invoke two ways. There are two ways. First, by refusing to testify altogether during trials, and the second, when choose to testify by refusing answer question that then that's all my report, ma'am. Section the right and self-incrimination. Thank you, ma'am.